Namaste and greetings, beautiful queens and beautiful kings. I am sure the one who would need to hear it would hear it. Today was a very tough day, and time now is 1:08, so 1 a.m. in the morning, and I have an important message for you to make. Today, my mom's birthday, and she would be 89. And on the 25th of this month, it's going to be 1 year since she's gone. The things which happened within 1 year with me, I can't imagine how I'm still actually capable of talking, and I didn't lose my mind, or I don't know. I'm still here with you. And I've received this comment here. I have to show you several books, and I have to explain you several things and tell you several things, which for me is extremely important for you to hear, for you to know. But here is the comment which I received. I've read it today. It was written 4 days ago. And the comment from Caden Jenkins, P8D, which I read and I cried and I said, I'm gonna record a video and I'm going to tell you some extremely important things which I found out, and information which I found out lately. Maybe I will be talking for 10 minutes, maybe for an hour, but if you listen to this video, please hear this, me saying. This is the comment. Lala, I miss you so much. And no matter how many readers I listen to, no one will ever compare to you ever. You are my favorite and have been for years now. I love how blunt and honest you are. That is what makes you real. Almost every single one of your videos was spot on with me, so much that I felt as if you were sitting right in front of me. You amaze me all the time. This video hit me in more ways than one. The first reason is that it has been my aching question every day of my life. This is a comment to the video, what you must know right now about your life path. And something I have been praying about, which is I want to know if I am on the right path in life and what my purpose is, because honestly, sometimes I feel as if I do not have one. I will be talking about your purpose, those of you who listen. The second reason is that I choose deck number 2, and when you started talking about what had happened to you, I could literally feel and hear the hurt and pain in your voice that made me cry, because I can relate. I have suffered so many losses, and I don't know how I'm still here standing. I know how you are still standing, and I will be talking about it later. I lost my both parents. My only brother took his own life when he was 27. I lost cousins that were my age. I recently lost my godmother, who was my whole world and more. So I just want to say that I am so very sorry for the losses you have had to endure, and how your own family could betray you in such an awful way. Shame on them. Always remember you help all of us, your queens and kings for life, as we all love you and appreciate you so much. Sending much love. Before I continue saying anything at all, in the description box, under each one of my videos, there is an email. My email under Alla, ALLA, _star STAR at att.net. It has been my email for over 20 years. And I might be appearing here on YouTube, might be not, might be sometimes appearing, might be not. But whatever happens, just write it down somewhere, keep it somewhere. If you feel unbearable pain and despair, and you feel you are alone, nobody in the world can understand you, relate to you, feel you, just write to me. That's my straight email. And I honestly don't have any other emails. No, I think I have another one somewhere which I don't use. So keep it, and if you feel like you are at the edge and no one cares, no one knows what you're going through, no one, I beg you to just write to me. If I don't answer a day or two, forgive me. Sometimes I receive a lot of letters. Just give me time. I will answer. I will answer. No one will answer. I personally will read. I personally will answer. So this is the thing which I was going to tell you first of all. Next, approximately several months ago, I've a friend of mine who is now in my hometown Odessa, which is under the fire right now. She sent me a link to a YouTube video. The enthusiasts translated this book into Russian and uploaded it. Of course, I needed to find an original book, and I am begging you to finish watching this video and listening to what I have to say. Those of you who are ready to hear will hear and will know. Those who not. And I found the book and I instantly purchased this book, which is written by Lucia Beatrix Stelberg. I don't know if you see anything, which is called Do Not Go into the Light. Life between life regressions expose a reincarnation trap. I'm going to read you the back of this book, just the description, and I will explain you what opened to me further, and I will explain why it's so crucial and important for you to know what I am here to tell you, including what you need to know and to clearly understand when you are being dragged through extremely difficult things in your life. Do not go into the light. This book provides important and eye-opening information for people who want to gain insight into the future that awaits us after physical death. The New Age teaches us to go into the light because it is our divine home. There we would meet light beings who love humanity unconditionally and support our spiritual development. However, regressions expose these light dimensions as a grandiosely staged deception. Astral travelers, near-death experiences, and remote viewers have confirmed this. The light is a reincarnation trap, a recycling station for human souls. Astral imposters manipulate our perception so that we believe them to be light beings or deceased loved ones. It is these archonic creatures that are responsible for all the hardship, wars, and misery on this earth. Their true nature is demonic. They consume our lush. Lush is the energies that arise from emotional suffering, fears, and trauma. Under the pretense that we need to pay off our karmic debts, they have kept humanity trapped in painful cycle of reincarnation for thousands of years. Before each incarnation, they erase our memory so we cannot see through their perfidious parasitic system. With feigned unconditional love, they lure us into the light trap in order to endlessly recycle us. Numerous case studies offer, for the first time, deep, groundbreaking insights into the shocking recycling process that were previously hidden. The reader learns how to avoid soul traps and navigate the astral realm. The author shows how we can purposefully use our creative powers to evade the grasp of the archons, resolve karma contracts, and end reincarnations. This book is a call to all courageous, awakening souls who want to prepare themselves for the dangers in the life between lives, leave the matrix, and which, with the help of their divine spark, I will be talking about divine spark, enable themselves to live a free, self-determined life in here and now. This is the book which you have to understand that I've worshipped, I can say, and you saw me many, many times telling you and showing you two books of Michael Newton, Destiny of Souls and Journey of Souls. My trust in Michael Newton, Brian Weiss, and others was endless, but in spite of that, in spite of those books were read by me, until there were holes in the books. There were things which did not match. There were things which did not make sense. If we are here to learn, then our memory erasing process makes no sense. You cannot go from the grade 3 to grade 4 under one circumstance when everything you've learned till grade 4 had been erased. I've had tons of questions about karmic debts and karmic contracts and reincarnation cycle. It's endless reincarnation cycle, which how you are supposed to remember and to learn anything if before each time you are thrown here onto the physical world, everything is erased. Why is that this way? So things were missing. Also, I have been reading tons and tons and tons of material in 3 different languages about documents made by world famous ufologists. And also you have to understand that what she writes about archons and about our world to be the simulation, the matrix, is not new. 2,000 years ago, there were people known as Gnostics, or Gnostics. In English, you don't pronounce the letter G, Gnostics. And in the documents found in 40s in Egypt, those papers which called Nag Hammadi papers, 2,000 years ago, Gnostics described in details that our physical world, which we know, is not what we think, that this planet had been consumed, had been made into the trap by the creature which they call demiurge or Yaldabaoth. Demiurge and Yaldabaoth is as well the Old Testament God whose name is Yahweh, same as Enki, same as everyone else. And the beings serving this creature called archons, and the world elite is working under archons. So the movies, which I will tell you several movies, Matrix, They Live, Dark City, Truman Show, Adjustment Bureau. There's just 5 movies which showing you the truth about our world. And the fact that we are in Matrix, no one is surprised anymore, and that we are being used for loosh. This word loosh had first introduced by very famous person whose name is Robert Monroe. Loosh is energy of suffering and emotional pain, which they constantly cause us to feel so they can feed on it. They feed on our energy of suffering and our energy of emotional distress. The biggest thing is fear. They use our fear. They use our emotional and physical pain. The biggest thing they are using is our need and ability to love. And it led me to several next book which I'm going to show you on the same subject. So again, this is nothing new. It had been already described. But world famous ufologists from 15 different countries, in their research over 50 years, they are saying exactly the same things. But they are saying that archons are not some non-physical forms which are holding us in reincarnation trap prison, but specifically the extraterrestrial beings. There are a lot of proofs of it. So next book which I got, extremely amazing man whose name is Hody Mikoski. He has his YouTube channel, and he has a lot of incredible interviews, a lot of incredible videos. This is his first book, and he has a second book. As you can see, it is called Exit the Cave, Ending the Reincarnation Trap. I will read you also the back of it. Most people will say something feels terribly wrong with reality, with the world, life. Why is that? Because something is wrong. This whole experience called life on earth is a falsified lie. Standard spirituality, religion, and the New Age tell us that we live in a wonderful world made by a creator who loves us and who is always waiting for our prayers. Yet some groups, such as Gnostics and Cathars, believe that we live in a virtual reality simulation fashioned by an evil creator, which with the purpose of consuming our energy and keeping our souls trapped. Plato created the allegory of the cave to present that we live in a non-real reality and in fact are prisoners in it. Exit the Cave takes a candid exploration into the reincarnation trap by unpacking a plethora of diverse information from ancient texts and near-death experiences to movies such as Dark City and Westworld in an attempt to deconstruct and understand Plato Cave's allegory. Most significant of it all is how important it is to be prepared at the moment of one's death, our only true guaranteed experience. What awaits us on the other side of turning our back to constant incarnations in a pit of suffering? Perhaps it is what our soul has been dreaming of for eons, going home. I literally want to read you this book aloud, to read you this whole book, but you can see this is my way of reading. I will be underlining a lot of things, underlining lots of things. This is how I usually read. I will just read you several things, just couple things which I underlined. One begins to look differently at this realm once you see that its main function is to exist as a lush farm. Lush, again, our energy of suffering, created and maintained by an AI demiurge, and that souls have been tricked and deceived into being here. This can be called a type of spiritual warfare in itself. Since humans are the main lush harvest, the main warfare is against us. All of it happens within Plato's cave. You might say that since its inception, Plato's cave has been a cave of spiritual warfare. And it does not matter if the war is playing out in the material, outer space, astral realm, or any realm. These are all in Plato's cave, thus a part of an illusionary construct. If you are in the cave, one way or another, you are in the war. To not know what is going on means you will go along with a series of manipulations and controls set up by the archons to keep everyone a nice, docile farm animal. Good is determined in comparison to evil, and ideal good here in matter is the smallest part of evil, and it is impossible down here that ideal good be free from malice, and being full of malices cannot be ideal good. Good becomes evil, thus ideal good is found only in God absolute. He doesn't, when he says God, he doesn't mean a God of this world where we are. So then Asclepius, only the name of ideal good is found in humans. Real good cannot interact directly here, as it would need to take a material form to do so, thus becoming part of the simulation, and therefore could not still be real good. What it can do is drop information, place in holographic inserts, move energy, show images and dreams. The evil in this material realm is not a copy, it is the direct creation from the mind of Demiurge. So there is lots of things I could tell you about. There is so many things here, but again, you probably heard about Carlos Castaneda. There are at least 3 books in which Carlos Castaneda describes the same things. Next, 2 books by Isabella Green, Beyond the Trap, Hidden Truths About Reincarnation, and Leaving the Trap, How to Exit Reincarnation Cycle. Again, Leaving the Trap, How to Exit Reincarnation Cycle, offers practical guidance and completion of stories from beyond the veil. It takes reader a journey through accounts of out-of-body and near-death experiences. You can find it, you can get it. All of them are available on Amazon. Beyond the Trap, also Hidden Truths about Reincarnation, would be the same information. And the book which left me weeping for every one of you. And I now have an idea, if I have time and strength, to write a book which would be called Good Girls Finish Last. The horror, the terror of the life of those of you who, many of you who were brought up, constructed and molded to be a good girl. Means please everybody in silence, but forget about your own self. The book by Eve Lorgen, The Dark Side of Cupid, Love Affairs and Supernatural and Energy Vampirism. This shows you she doesn't call them archons, but this is who is influencing, who is orchestrating the most tragic and horrible love stories which tear you to pieces, turn you into ash, and leave you suffering for many years. Second edition you can find on Amazon for about $16. If I could, I would literally give this book to this one you just need to read. You just need to read everything written in here, because it's terrifying. I have to tell you that when I found out all this, I already knew, and it's not a secret to me because I have master degree in philosophy. Of course, I've learned Gnostic texts. Of course, I knew who is Demiurge, and the Demiurge and Yahweh and Allah and everyone. It's just the same being under each of these names. I knew this is a trap. I knew that they feed on our energy of suffering, and they induce this energy. They influence us through the brain, through the even signs and omens and dreams and everything. I already knew it, but what I did not know, that the astral realm after death experience is orchestrated by them. You go into the light and you don't quite. What happened? How was Michael Newton fooled? How was Dolores Cannon fooled? Because they are shape shifters, and if you see these light beings, magnificent light beings in this light of tunnel, and which present and they seem to you as this ascended masters or some angels or archangels, you don't ask questions, you totally believe them. And of course, if it's near death experience, then they will always tell you to go back. Then you need to go back because you have a mission, you have a family, you have this. They need you to go back because they need you to be here, keep on living, and keep on supplying the energy of Lush. And after your real death, when you get there, there's going to be a council of elders. Unfortunately, none of those of old school, of Michael Newton or Dolores Cannon, they wouldn't ask these beings, are you really the beings you present yourself to be? Show your true entity, show your true face. And those who dared and those who asked, then they were able to see their true face. And again, information is not new. We're talking couple thousand years. But why this book is called Do Not Go Into the Light Tunnel? You can find videos on YouTube, because that is part of the matrix. You going into the tunnel, they will present themselves as ascended masters and angels, whoever you believe they will present themselves. They will take any form. They will take a form of your diseased beloved people. And council of elders, which Michael Newton described so many times, is also them. And there they will tell you, you didn't learn to love, you didn't learn to forgive, you need to go back to earth to learn this and this, and this you have to go back. Never ends. It never ends. You will always go back under this lie of you need to learn. And the contracts they sign for you, you agree without knowing what's in those contracts. And while you coming into the embryo of a human, they program your subconscious of all kinds of negative things. You are worthless. You are non-capable. Nobody will ever love you. You will never achieve your dreams. And then those of you who are barrier of the light, the divine light, those of you who have it will be made to suffer the most. Please hear me also. An extremely important thing you need to know. You were fooled to come here to this planet. There is two types of souls how you got here, but there is actually three, but two main type of souls. Those of you who were told there is this experience on this planet which you cannot have anywhere else. You will have physical body. You will know the taste, the smell, the sound. You will have this very physical body, very physical experience. You're going to fall in love. You're going to bear your own children. There is such experience on that planet you will have absolutely nowhere else. So just it's literally it's being advertised to you as if it was a travel agency advertising you going to Egypt or to Turkey or to France. And souls which have not ever experienced anything like it, and they can say yes, yeah, absolutely, sounds wonderful. But as soon as they get here, the memories erased and they thrown into the physical body, and they get into the reincarnation no ever ending trap. Because while you are in here with erased memory of who you truly are and where you really came from, you are powerless, almost powerless. You have power, and I will tell you, of course, it would be wonderful if you yourself get this book or you listen to this book in audio format. Of course, it would be wonderful if you signed up for how Dimikos can listen to his many incredible interviews. She has her YouTube channel, she has her website, Isabella Green, and of course this for every woman who believes she's supposed to suffer and to improve herself and to become perfect, to finally deserve love of this one beast which tortures her. So one group was promised such an experience which they never have, and they can leave as soon as they want. That would be a lie. The second group which heard the call for help. Help us. We are suffering here. There is a lot of beings on this planet that suffer. You heard the call. There is a lot of suffering souls, and you came here for help, and you got trapped. Your memory was erased, and you got into reincarnation cycle forever for thousands of years. So how you can get out of here? What can you do? What you need to know, you can read it all and hear it all in here. But what you need to know, that the beings which make you suffer, called archons, it's easy to call them this way, and they have power to make you suffer only if you, unless you don't remember your own powers. Also, another important things, maximum 25% of people, let's call them people, living on this planet, only 25 of them are really alive. What it means, they have a divine spark or a soul. 75% are NPC, or people without the soul. You can go YouTube, right there, people without the soul, and you'll find tons of videos. And if you are in love with a being like this, or you will try to melt him or heal him till eternity, because they are NPC. It's a bot. It's human outside with a program, but they don't have divine spark. Those of you who have divine spark can feel very deeply, can sense very deeply. You are capable to love, to feel compassion, to help others. But when you help others, what do you get back? You get betrayed. You get hurt. Those you love, they hurt you the worst, because the barriers of the divine spark are being tortured the most, kept being poor, kept being outcast. It's all gonna happen until you remember and activate your divine spark. Because archons, they are very powerful. They hold us hostage in reincarnation trap. They make us suffer through the lies they put in our brain. It's been already said even by psychologists that your brain is not you. Your thoughts are not yours. They are being brought from outside. You're worthless, you're worthless, you're worthless. No, you are never gonna be loved. You're never gonna be accepted. You will never. This all is not you. These beings are extremely powerful, and they really can do really bad things, and they will not leave you alone. Please understand. There is only one power. You have to understand, there is no power outside of us. In this trap we're trapped. There is no power outside of us. And a being called Jesus, again, which was written in Apocryph of John, he came to tell who is Demiurge or Yahweh and what this planet is. And in Apocryphs, it says, his words were, you must know that all of you are gods, means you have the divine spark inside of you. You have God's light, true God, not the one which is holding this whole trap, prison, farm called Earth, and us as producers of the energy which hold the whole thing. The divine spark of the so-called pleroma, or call it primordial God. You have only one power. It's within you. It's your divine spark. It's your soul. You have it in you. And you need to remember it. You need to activate it. And you need to declare cancellation and cancellation of all the contracts which archons have put into your life you're living right now, in which you have to suffer because of this, because of this, because of this, because of it. Read this book Everything, no, this one. Don't go into the light. Activation of divine spark doesn't take more than a couple minutes of your concentration. It's located in your heart area. When you remember, you have the power, but they make you suffer because they made you forget your power. They erased your memories. They implanted false memories in you. They are controlling you with fear through your brain. They are controlling you through dreams, through, most of all, the suffering which caused by love, interest, by parents, by everyone else. Those of you who are carrying the divine spark, those of you are under the harshest attack, because you cannot be bribed. You cannot be bought. You will refuse to work on dark, no matter what, even if you're gonna be ending up like me, homeless, without a penny on my name. When I started talking about it on my Russian channel and opening it up to people, you can't imagine how many more things started to happen, but I will not stop. You hold the power which none of the most powerful archons have. You hold the power which is even Demiurge, which is Old Testament God, Yahweh, doesn't have. You have the true divine primordial spark in you. And you need to remember that you don't belong here. You belong to primordial light, to pleroma, as Gnostics called it. And you need to learn how to activate that spark and how to use it. And you need to declare cancellation of all the contracts which were signed by you without knowing, or under manipulations of archons who looked to you as angels or archangels or ascended masters or anything else. Because if you didn't know who they were, you completely believed those are high, developed, beautiful spiritual beings who are telling you need to go back to earth to suffer. But you need to declare and cancel the Oman. I think I actually published in my post some of this text to declare I cancel all the contracts. Only you yourself can do it. Only you yourself can activate your divine spark. Only you yourself must demand and bring back to you your own light and declare you the owner of your life and destiny of everything else. Because the power of the divine spark is insane. It's immense, humongous. And if you understand and activate and start using it, and also start learning how to get out of the reincarnation trap, the endless reincarnation trap, then they will have no power over you. But it doesn't mean they will not try. They will always try to make you suffer. So please understand, when you feel pain, extreme, hard, emotional pain, they are influencing you to make you feel pain. Do everything possible and impossible to be happy. I don't mean use drugs to be happy. No, raise yourself to accept to the point when you accept yourself, when you love yourself, and any information you get it through this divine spark in you to know what is light, what is not. Learn, become stronger, and when the time comes, get out of here to your true home, where you came from. This is all for today. I am thanking you for listening, and I hope at least one or two of you heard me. Namaste.